What's going on, Ghosties? Welcome back to Tales of Spooky Coffee Host. We're kicking off season 2. If you're new here, welcome. We're your hosts. I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Veronica.
And it's time to get spooky.
Yes. Oh my God. I missed you.
I know, I've missed you too.
I missed you, Ghosties. I'm so excited. Like, if I had a tail, it'd be wagging.
That was very descriptive.
I just want you guys to know that I'm excited. I'm happy.
Yeah, I missed you too. So we know it's January, okay? Specifically today is Friday the 13th, so happy Friday the 13th.
Yes.
But it's after Christmas, all their seasonal creamers are gone. I love that everybody that knows me knows that I'm obsessed with pumpkin spice creamer.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mother-in-law found a bottle, and so I am definitely already in the new year drinking pumpkin spice coffee.
Okay, love that for you. And you know what? I'm not really that surprised. Just because of how much you talked about it in season 1 during, the holidays, like I'm
Yeah.
not surprised.
Yeah.
But I'm
Like
still very happy for you.
I was so excited when I found it early last year, and now I'm already getting it this year, and I'm like, oh, yes, speaking to my soul. Anyways, are you drinking anything today?
Yes, I am. Well, it's a fucking cup of ice from Starbucks. I asked for a matcha tea latte and they gave me ice with like green food coloring or something. It doesn't taste as good as the one I had yesterday, okay? And I'm a little mad. And now I'm just drinking watered down matcha tea latte. What? Anyways, yes.
Do you have ice at your house?
I have enough ice for the year in this Starbucks cup.
Well, no, I was gonna say, like, whenever I go out and get drinks, I always get no ice, and then I just wait till I get home and throw
Oh,
in ice, because then, like, it's not gonna get watered down. Like, I get to control how much ice is in there, and then I don't get a cup of ice with a little bit of whatever I'm drinking.
all right. I will try that next time. Noted. All right, so I do have a few things to talk to you about. I have like a um, what?
I've missed this so much.
I know.
Our little catch-ups.
Yeah. Interrupt me again and I'm gonna beat you up. Imagine.
Oh, your bully is showing, and we're only like what, less than 10 minutes into recording.
Anyways, yeah, I miss this too. This is nice. This feels comfortable. This feels right. All right, Chelsea. So I do have a few things to talk to you and the ghosties about. I don't know which one to start with. All right, we'll
There's
start we'll
just so
start with the sad
many.
one. There's just so many. So we'll start with the first one. We're going to start off with, did you hear about that 6-year-old that shot his teacher?
I heard something about that, but I didn't look to see if it was actually true or not.
Oh yes, very very true. So this 6-year-old in Virginia. So apparently the students are seated and the teacher I think was giving like the class instructions on something, and the boy pulls out a gun from his desk, points it at her. The teacher sees this, puts her hands like in a defense type of thing, like her hand up in front of her
Yeah.
face. And so the little boy shot the gun. The bullet went through her hand and into her upper chest.
Oh my god.
But she's okay. She's still in the hospital, I believe, but she's in stable condition. The little boy is obviously detained, and the teacher was able to get all the other students out of the classroom, and her being the last person out. So I, have respect for her for that.
Yeah.
She just got shot, and her priority are the other kids.
That's
But
the
yeah,
thing that I love about teachers, though. Like, no matter what, their priorities are always their kids. Like,
yeah. And
but
it should be that way because, they're kids,
yeah,
we're trusting, well, I don't want to say we, I'm not a mom, but like you're trusting them with your like child.
yeah, exactly. And like my daughter's teacher, I have her on Facebook. Like,
Okay.
she messages me like all the time, especially like if they're at school and
Yeah.
Izzy like doesn't remember something, or like I'm like, hey, like don't let her get on the bus. She's going with her dad, that type of thing.
I think
And
it's good to have relationships like that though.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why I really love this school district that I'm in. because they're very communicative with the parents. Like, so many of them will have all types of ways to get a hold of them, not just like an email or a school number.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Um,
But isn't the little boy, wasn't it something about, he said that she was doing something, not like bad or anything, but like to him it was like the worst thing in the world.
no, I don't know about that. All I know is that he had actually brought like ammo, like
Yeah,
bullets to school prior to this incident and warned. I don't know if it was a warning or more of a like playful type of way, but he was stating that he planned on like using that gun and bringing it to school.
yeah.
And I think the teachers found out about it, but they didn't really do anything about it or didn't do enough.
Well, like,
And so the
honestly,
incident
what six
still,
year old is like,
well,
who
yeah,
thinks a
but
6 year
also
old would?
with our, I don't know.
Like, I
Like
could not
you're
imagine.
right on like, yeah, I guess I can understand on them not taking it seriously, but with the world we live in, like I think any threat or even joke, like he should have been disciplined for even making the joke and letting the parents know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they did. No, I definitely agree. Like, they should have told him that that was wrong. But to actually, for him to know how to even use it and take it into school to do that is just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, moving on. Ghosties. Well, I guess by the time this episode comes out, we would have hopefully survived. But we're like drowning over here, man.
I,
We're
I've heard.
drowning. Like it's only been like a couple days of rain, honestly, in my opinion, like 3 or 2 full days. I remember like it raining for like 2 weeks straight back in the day, and they didn't make a big deal about it.
Hmm.
So, but anyways, I'm enjoying the rain. I love hearing it. I love it. Free car wash, but damn, dude, Callie cannot handle.
You
Could not handle.
want to hear something
Unfortunately,
funny?
oh, okay. I was gonna say something really sad.
There's two ways to go about that. Nana was literally, for those of you that don't know, my grandma has a pool in her backyard, and she was up the other night every hour to release the water from the backyard because her backyard was flooding. Because that's how much rain you guys are getting right now.
Yeah, we're getting a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna move on from that to guess what I got for my birthday.
Pedro Pascal, and Pedro Pascal.
I did get a Pedro Pascal mug where it has like a collage of his pics on the mug, and I did get a Pedro Pascal collage blanket. Anyways, no, that's not the important one. The important one here is I got a spirit box from Miley.
Nuh-uh, did you really?
Yeah, did I play with it as soon as I got home? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you did.
So I'm like super excited to like go somewhere spooky and like actually investigate. I don't know, just having more equipment, it's just so much more fun. Like, ooh.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you. Like, I can't wait to see the videos and stuff that you share with me with using it. Like, that's so exciting.
Yeah, I want to do the Estes method, which is pretty much where one person has the spirit box on with the headphones, but
Hmm.
you have to have like noise canceling headphones so they don't
Yeah.
hear like other people talking. They just have that going. And then you blindfold them, and someone else will be asking questions, and they just let the person answer with whatever he hears coming from the headphones. So
Hmm.
it's more like legit and stuff like that. I've seen some Sam and Kobe videos where, because they've been doing it like every episode.
Yeah,
It's so spooky
I
how
remember us
accurate.
talking about it.
Yeah, and it's
Sorry.
crazy. No, it's fine. It's crazy how it's like so accurate. So that's what I'm really excited for. But anyway, speaking of exciting things, Chelsea, you just released a new book again.
I did. I did. So I released my second novel on Yule, which was December 21st last year. It's a mystery thriller, which I know really like goes with our niche and everything, so I'm super excited. Book 2 comes out in December this year, so you got to wait a year for it, but oh yeah, I'm super excited. It's a murder mystery with a taboo romance, and it's exciting. It's called Obsession.
Yeah, go buy it
Yeah, go
if
buy it.
you
It's on
haven't
Amazon.
already.
Yeah, I was super excited that Taylor got her copy before she got on the plane. Did you see her post about that?
Yeah, I did.
I was like, yay, that's exciting. It's so weird still to see, like, when I'm scrolling through social media and just seeing my book because somebody shared it. Because, like, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get the notification that Taylor got her copy. So I was
Uh-huh.
just scrolling and I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? It's surreal.
I love that for you.
But I also have some interesting things to talk about.
Yes.
Since you were talking about gifts, I wanted to talk about a few that I got, not for my birthday, for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Well, Christmas annual. So my marital side, my in-laws, they all celebrate Christmas. And my nephew helped my husband pick out, I got my first crystal ball.
Ooh.
So I'm super excited. I can't wait to use it. And then my mom for Yule, she got me my last grimoire, which is like a book of shadows, got damaged like a couple
Mm-hmm.
years ago, and I've never replaced it.
Mm-hmm.
And she got me one, and it is so pretty, and it's got that like old papaya feeling paper,
Mm-hmm.
and it's leather bound. I'm so
Papaya.
excited.
You said it wrong again.
What did I say?
You said papaya. That's a fruit. We're gonna move past this, Ghosties. We're gonna move past this. Obviously, we didn't learn anything in season one.
Nope. And it's so funny because I'm the fucking English major.
Yeah, well, yeah, let me have this moment. Ugh, so proud of myself. All right, continue.
Anyway, so quick little thing. Wednesday got renewed for season 2. I'm super
Yay.
excited about that.
But she didn't win the Golden Globe.
Yeah, I know.
It's rigged.
It always is. So there's an update. When we at the end of season 1, we had been talking about the Idaho University murders.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So there's an update that 28-year-old Brian Christopher was caught and they're charging him with 4 counts of murder. Now, let me remind everybody that in this country, you are innocent until proven guilty. And I haven't looked at all of the facts, but there's so much going on about like how the other 2 roommates were also involved.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about, do you know about the roommate? Because they're making a big deal on her on
Yeah,
TikTok right now.
yeah, like they're a huge deal. Like everybody is saying that they're involved, but I haven't seen the evidence of like that they were. Like I know they said that one of the girls was in the same room as some of them that were murdered, which is a little sketchy for me because how can you not hear somebody being murdered? But also, like I'm a heavy sleeper, like I probably wouldn't hear it.
No, well, I think one of the roommates said that they saw him walk by her room. So she just stayed in her room and closed the door, but she never called 911.
Yeah. So there's just like a lot of there's just
Sketchy
like a lot of
things.
sketchy things going on. But I wanted to just give everybody that update, and I will definitely look into it more for next episode. I just happened to see that they caught him like as I was doing my notes for the episode. So
Mm-hmm.
speaking of murders, Veronica,
Yes.
are you ready to start?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ghosties, if you don't know already or didn't watch our YouTube video that we did recently, we are changing things up this season. Not by a lot, but
I'm so
in,
glad you brought that up.
yeah, because then they're
Thank
going
you.
to be like, what?
Yeah.
Season one, we did Serial Killer of the Week and Haunted Location of the Week, which was very fun. But this
But
season,
very limiting.
very limiting. So this season, we're going to do true crime. That'll be segment number one. So, true crime topic of the week. So, it could be serial killers, just random killings, kidnappings. And then for segment two, instead of haunted locations, we're going to do the paranormal topic of the week. That opens us up to not only ghosts, but aliens, conspiracy theories.
Basically anything that cannot be scientifically proven.
Yeah, so we're really excited for that. And then, of course, we're still ending the podcast with a tarot card reading. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the true crime topic of the week. So, the true crime topic of the week is the Sagamihara stabbings. My friend Matthew actually sent this one over to me, and I looked into it and thought, what a perfect way to start the season than by talking about Satoshi Umatsu. Ugh, I love it. I love it. I miss this, man. Okay.
Miss trying to pronounce people's names and probably
Yeah.
butchering them.
Yeah. It's okay. Well, he's the butcher in this case, so, it's okay if I butcher his name. So, these stabbings took place in, I'm gonna steal your line. I'm sorry if I mispronounce this.
You were trying
In
to steal my line before we even started recording.
That is true. Um, Sequoia Lily Garden Care Home for disabled people in Midori Ward, Sagamihara, Kanaga. Oh my god, I got this. Hold on.
That was a mouthful. You got
Kanagawa,
this.
Japan. Oh,
I'm so proud of you. That was a mouthful.
that was hard. So this care home, as of 2016, housed about 149 residents between ages of 18 and 75. The residents all had intellectual disabilities and many with physical disabilities. So here's what happened. A 26-year-old man by the name of Satoshi Yumatsu, he is a former employee of this care facility, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And now I want to read off of my notes, but I've reread this stuff so much that I feel more comfortable just telling you about it than reading my notes, okay? So this guy, okay, so he used to work at the care facility, okay? What he did was one night he went to the facility and with a hammer, he used the hammer to break a window on the first floor to break in. When he broke in, he tied up one of his former coworkers or one of the workers, tied him up, and then this is scary. And then he went room to room, stabbing patients in the neck while they slept.
Oh my god.
This is a care home facility, a place where people should feel safe and
It's
cared
like
for.
Stephanie doing that.
Exactly. So,
She's gonna stab me for saying that.
and for those of you who don't know, a little context, Stephanie is a caregiver. She's our friend. So yeah, this guy went room to room stabbing his victims in the neck while they slept, but the other staff members were able to call the police and they reported a man with a knife who had broken into the building. But unfortunately, the police were a little too late. By the time the police got there, he had already ran off. So 19 people were killed, 26 others were injured, and 13 severely injured. It was 10 women, 9 men, and I think the youngest was like 18 and the oldest was 70. But later on, a few hours later, the suspect did turn himself in at a nearby police station. But when he showed up with a bag of sharp, like knives and things that, he could have used during his little moment. And most of them were bloody. So definitely had to have been the ones he had just used.
Insane.
Yeah. I don't like that. You're I feel okay. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. So the suspect was sentenced to death on March 16th of 2020 after the prosecution sought the maximum penalty for the murders in his trial. He is on death row awaiting execution. No, no. Just to make this a little more sadder. This guy had written a letter to the Speaker of the House of Representatives in Japan. So he wrote this letter. He went to the guy's house, but obviously was stopped by security, so he didn't get the letter turned in. But he did leave the letter with a security guard. Now, guess what the letter was about?
About him about to kill people?
Okay. His letter appealed for the legalization of ending the lives of those with multiple disabilities in cases where it was requested by their guardians. A quote in the letter reads, I envision a world where a person with multiple disabilities can be euthanized with an agreement from the guardians when it is difficult for the person to carry out household and social activities. He also wrote that the killings of disabled people would be for the sake of Japan and world peace, as well as to benefit the global economy and prevent World War III.
Um, I mean, okay, here's the thing, okay? I somewhat agree.
Um, I don't
I
even know if we should really talk about this because that's
Well,
kind
no,
of
okay. When you're getting older and you can't function, like you're not even living anymore, especially in there the whole time and you're just waiting to die. I feel like you should, like, if you want the option, it should be an option for you.
no comment.
Like it's the same thing with animals. You're going to euthanize an animal if they can't function. Why can't we do it for humans if the human requests it?
No comment. It's not a topic I'm willing to talk about.
I
So,
am very open. We'll stay with that.
so a couple side notes. Justin McCurry of The Guardian described the attack as one of the worst crimes ever committed on Japanese soil in modern history. Satoshi's background seems pretty normal, which kind of makes this a little more chilling because it goes to show that anyone can be capable of committing such a crime. Like anyone could snap, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
Um,
that's pretty obvious, especially with that 6-year-old we were just talking about.
Neighbors seemed shocked and couldn't believe that they had committed such a gruesome crime. There were some who had reported that while working at the facility, it seemed like he did go through some type of personality change. So that leaves me wondering what happened within the walls of the care center. I think he probably just really hated seeing his patients suffer, maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to believe. I still don't support what he did.
No, I don't support him,
Um
like what he did at all. But
and it wasn't even not even close to being the right thing to do. So,
yeah,
but yeah, so that's my true crime topic of the week.
yeah, and I wanna clarify too, like with the euthanization and stuff. The people that he killed did not consent. That's not okay. If they had, that would be a different story. That's just like, what's that one killer who was doing that? Wasn't it here in the States?
Who, the serial killer?
Yeah. Who was
Yeah,
who yeah.
he was doing it from his van.
Yeah. So like
Which, by the
I
way,
feel like it should be an option.
they have the van at the Haunted Museum in Vegas if you guys want to see it.
Yeah. Next time I go out to California, we're gonna have to take a road trip
Hmm.
and spend a day in Vegas to go see that
Sorry,
because
guys, you're gonna be hearing me sip on my ice. So that's all I have. Are you ready?
yeah. Before I continue, I just want to like you picked such a great example to just prove our point of why we changed from serial killer to true crime.
Yeah.
Because serial killer, it has to be three separate events in order for it
Hmm,
to be
hmm.
classified as a serial killer. And he had over 19 victims.
Yeah, in one sesh.
Yeah, like wild.
I probably shouldn't call it a sesh. Anyways, moving on.
Moving on before we just dig ourselves a bigger hole. So, my paranormal topic of the week is the dancing plague of 1518.
I'm so excited. I love this.
When I first saw this, I was like, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
as I was reading it, I was just laughing the entire time.
Is this something we learned in school? Because I feel like remembering like talking about it in like history or something.
You might have, but I had never heard about this before. So
Oh.
it might have, it might have been something, you know,
I just know I learned about it at a young age. And I don't know if it was like on my own or if it was at school.
it might have been because MHS teachers are wild.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for you to talk about it because Ghosties, if you haven't heard about this plague, he. Oh, go ahead, Chelsea. Go ahead.
Okay. So in 1518, the city of Strasbourg was hit by a dancing plague in July when, in front of everybody, a woman named Fra Trophia
Mhm.
began to violently dance in the streets with no music and no facial expressions.
Ew.
Yeah, could you imagine? I
Yeah,
got
I
chills.
can.
Yeah,
It's
when I
ugly.
researched, I got chills. I was like, what the fuck? By the end of the week, 30 people were dancing nonstop for no reason with her, and by the end of the month, the count had rose to over 400. How I thought of it was like a historical flash mob, but with no fun.
Yeah.
So, medics were called in only when people began dying of heart attacks, exhaustion, or strokes. Can you imagine that? If I saw that many people dancing nonstop to no music,
And then
I'd
you
call
just see
somebody.
them fall down one by one.
No, not even that. Like just doing that like nonstop before they even got to the death part, I'd at least call a priest.
I mean, I guess I'd, like, record for 5 minutes and laugh a little, but also, like, yeah.
After a while, it starts getting creepy,
Actually, I don't even know if I will laugh. Yeah, if they didn't have any expression on their face, that's just very disturbing.
right? So, in another moment of madness, authorities thought the best way to cure these people was to make them dance more. So, they built a stage and even called musicians to play for the crowd. So, obviously, this did not cure them, but eventually the dancers did stop as suddenly as they had started about 2 months later. So,
Wow.
this sounds like a fairy tale or like a myth, right?
Yeah.
So many historians chalk it up as so, except for the minor detail that this dancing plague was written about in medical, civic, and religious notes from the time. So none of these sources actually give a number of deaths, and it's actually debated whether there were any or if they had enough medical aid early enough to stop that from occurring.
Mhm. What do you think people would do if that happened today? What do you
Um,
think the reaction will be besides fucking uploading it to social media?
I feel like it would be like a Walking Dead type thing where they're gonna like cage everybody in there, like, I don't want that.
That's so wild.
So, what caused this dancing plague? Historians and researchers have a few theories that we're going to talk about. In the first theory, they suggest that they were victims of mass hysteria, which mass hysteria occurs when more than one person believes they're afflicted by an identical disease. And it's often during extreme times of stress. So, like, an example would be like the Salem witch trials, where they started killing all the witches, supposed witches. So, this theory could explain the incident because it occurred during a time of famine, malnutrition, and a high death rate. Another theory is that of a condition called ergotism, which occurs when grains of rye are attacked by a specific mold, and eating that infected mold could lead to seizures. So they believe that it's possible that the dancing was the result of seizures. But honestly, I don't know about you, but I don't believe that whatsoever because have you ever seen anyone have a seizure for a long period of time on their feet?
Well, now I'm just thinking, but they were dancing. Like, what kind of dancing were they doing?
Yeah, like I'm so
Like, if it was
curious.
like a twitching type of dance, then yeah, it could have been a seizures of some sort. But if they're like fucking twerking and stuff back in 1518,
I think that in itself would freak me out if they were twerking.
but
They
like,
were
you know what I
twerking
mean?
before we
Like,
had a name for
were
it.
they actually doing like proper dancing or were they just like fish out of water type of thing? You know what I mean? So it's like, I need to
Um,
know that
from
detail.
from what I was reading, it was kind of like a mixture of both. Like it was just erratic movements, but not like extreme like twitching and stuff like that.
Then
So
I
it
don't
was
know.
like I don't know, like drunk dancing maybe.
I am not a historian. I am not in the, well, I'm technically in the medical field, but I am not a doctor.
Yeah. So the last two theories kind of play like hand in hand. It's theorized that the plague could have been demonic possession,
Ooh.
or it was a religious reverence to honor Saint Vitus, which is the patron saint of epilepsy and of dancers.
I think I'm gonna believe the demon one.
Right. And it's also like going back with Saint Vitus. It's debated if they were dancing to honor him or if he had cursed them because they did something wrong. So that kind of like goes together whether it was demonic possession or to honor or was cursed by Saint Vitus.
I love how this actually happened and no one knows. And
And
no
you
one
want to
will
know what's
ever
even
know.
more surprising?
Uh,
This isn't the first dancing plague that outbreak to occur. It's just the most well documented and recent one. So there was also one in 1374 that was along the Rhine River, and others between the 10th and 16th centuries in Saxony and Italy.
hmm.
That was just
Interesting.
like, yeah, that was just like, I think it was the last one that they said that has been recorded, but it was recorded so thoroughly.
I love it.
But yep, that was the dancing plague of 1518. Lots of theories to explore. You said your favorite was demonic possession, and honestly, my favorite is being cursed by Saint Vitus.
Yeah, because I guess with the whole being cursed, like you know how their face were expressionless?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. That's what
they
it,
have.
Like if they were in a trance, you know?
Yeah, like they had no control because they pissed off a god.
Oh well. If you were a god, how would you punish your people?
Um, what am I a god of?
I don't know, Chelsea. If you were a god, period, how would
Uh,
you punish your
well,
people?
what I'm a god of depends on how I punish them. Like, if I was Aphrodite, I'd probably make somebody really, really, really ugly. You know,
Why?
like
Because you're ugly?
if I'm the goddess Aphrodite, why would I be ugly? Just say.
Okay.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know because like how offended do you have to be to curse somebody? Like
Yeah, but you're like you're anyways, moving on.
I'm not sensitive.
Oh, well, no, I'm just asking you a damn question, Chelsea. You don't have to like get too deep into it. Jesus, this
I'm
guy.
sorry. That's how I am. Like I want to go into depth about everything. That's just how I am. I'm a
Well, don't. It's a
storyteller.
question.
I'm a
Anyways, my answer
storyteller.
would be
Questions are paragraphs.
I would make people laugh nonstop. Just laughs.
That's really funny. You're gonna have to wait for another episode for me to comment more on that.
Oh, sure.
Anyways, you want to move on to the tarot reading?
Yeah, because you lost me.
I'm doing a segment about laughter.
Okay, we'll say that. This
Yeah.
guy.
So this week's tarot reading, we're doing a year ahead tarot since it's our first episode of the year. This is a 5-card spread, and card 1 represents the new year ahead as a whole. Card 2 is an important lesson coming up this year. Card 3 is how we can progress on our spiritual path. Card 4 is how we can stay connected to our inner truth. And card 5 is what new opportunities await us this year.
I'm excited.
So, card 1, which is the card to represent the new year ahead as a whole, is the Six of Swords. So, we are transitioning, and we might be reaching the end of difficult times, or we could be ending painful relationships. Either way, we're definitely leaving the past behind and we're healing this year. The card also represents like escaping, and we might be feeling like deflated and like done. But if we stay in touch with our intuition and just keep pushing through, we're going to emerge victorious.
Noise.
I feel like that's a
That's
good card
solid.
to represent, yeah, our year ahead. Like that's perfect.
Yeah.
So card 2 is an important lesson for us this coming year. And this is the one that I'm worried about. And it comes through the Ten of Swords reversed. We're experiencing betrayal, backstabbing, and this is probably going to indicate that a relationship, friendship, or job is coming to an end, which we didn't see. So it's not something that we're expecting like at all. But through this, it's going to be challenging, but it's going to be a reminder that we can't control everything, but that we also need to be open for new opportunities.
That's wild.
Yeah. I feel like this
That's
goes
kind of
back to our
scary.
conversation that we were just talking about before we recorded.
Oh yeah. No, I thought about it.
So card 3 is how we can progress on our spiritual path. And this comes through the Tower. And I don't think, have we had the Tower before in our readings? I don't think we
I think
have.
this is the first time we got in the tower.
That's even like more interesting. So this card definitely goes back to unforeseen change that's coming. And it could be destructive, but it could also be liberating and spiritually awakening, which I think is perfect for this card, like progressing on our spiritual paths. Our world is going to seem like it's coming crashing down, but new opportunities are coming kind of in the same way that a phoenix rises from its ashes.
I just had a Harry Potter moment.
If anything good came out of that job that you had, it was you watching the Harry Potter movies. Like that makes me
Yeah,
so happy.
that's true. I would have never watched them.
Okay, so card 4 is how can we stay connected to our inner truths? And this comes through the Page of Cups. We're receiving intuitive and creative opportunities. This is the time of curiosity and possibility. So we're going to be receiving news or important information. It's not specific to, like good, bad, neutral. It's just information or invitation. Just kind of depends. But either way, we are young at heart, sensitive, and idealistic. And staying true to ourselves with those three traits is going to get us through whatever we're going through and keep us connected to our inner truths.
So something's definitely gonna happen to us this year, something life-changing most likely.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
I am so nervous, but also like excited. I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about this year ahead. But also, like, I don't know, because I don't know about you, but I feel like this is going to be my villain era.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, I get to choose your costume.
Okay. Like, I've had so many people tell me that this is my year, and I feel like it's definitely coming. So I'm nervous, but also like this card spread is making me more nervous, but also reassuring me. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
So card 5, the last card, is what new opportunities are awaiting us this year. And this comes through the 5 of cups. Situations are turning out difficult more than we had expected. And so we're going to have a lot of disappointment. We're going to be dwelling in the past and have a lot of feelings of self-pity, regret, and loss. But these problems are only emotional. While there are things to mourn over, there's also things to look forward to that can bring us joy to kind of even out that past hurt. So, I already told you how I felt about this spread. What did you feel about this spread?
I don't know, I'm a little nervous just because, something's gonna happen, we don't know when, what, or who it's gonna involve, but something big's gonna happen, and I don't know, I'm nervous because that can mean a lot, you know?
Yeah, it's the anticipation that's getting you.
I just hope it's something good or for the
You don't
better.
you didn't get that reference, didn't you?
No.
Sad face.
I mean, say it again, say it again, say it again.
I don't want to say it again. It's from the Rocky Horror
S
Picture Show.
yeah, I was gonna start singing, Sweet Transvestite because I think I did got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you just didn't get the reference, but you know the reference. Okay. I don't feel
I've
as
never seen the
sad.
movie, I just know the songs. Like, I've never seen that musical, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I want to, but
Next time I go out, we'll watch it together.
okay. Don't be mad if I didn't wait for you.
That's fine too. I mean, we can technically still watch it, but
Stop trying to hang out with me, Chelsea.
low key, I actually only like brought up that conversation because I don't want to say goodbye yet.
Oh.
I miss this.
We're gonna do it again next Friday and the Friday after that for the next few months.
Yeah, the next like 40 weeks.
Oh god, it's like a whole pregnancy.
Thank you so much for joining us this week, Ghosties. We hope you had as much fun as we did. We are so excited to be back. If you did have fun, make sure to give us a follow on our Instagram and TikTok. And if you want a tarot card reading, DM us and we will choose one lucky person a week. With that
If
being said, huh?
you said if they had fun.
Oh, so
You
Veronica's saying
meant
you better had fun.
since y'all had fun. Anyways, continue, sorry.
That's okay. We're your hosts. I'm Chelsea.
I'm Veronica.
Have a spooky weekend, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.